Welcome to what I do. I do a lot of crap, just random stuff. I make things work when people say, hey, that's never going to work. You're not going to be able to do it that way. I really enjoy doing these things. I've got a lot of ADD. I have that whole mentality of, hey, you can't do that, and I've got to prove my point to make it work. So there's a lot of that. Another problem I have with ADD is I can't stop. I literally can't stop. I can't even count how many projects I have going on right now. As you can see, I just woke up about an hour ago. I was out with some friends yesterday. Stayed out pretty late, just hanging out, catching up, and whatever. And it's probably about 11 a.m. right now. And I'm finally getting to work on one of my two of my projects today. I'm going to take you on a walk with me. We're going to go check some stuff out. We just bought this house like 2.5 months ago. The wife has some honeydews. For one, I'm going to flip the camera. Right here on the other side of this wall is our kitchen. I'll show you real quick. This is not happening right now, but anyhow, as you can see, yep, boxes. We are still unpacking. Anyways, she wants a big opening cut through so we can walk through to the other room. And I've said, okay, we'll do a cut in, but I want a little bar area right here. 2 stools down on the ground, and have some seating for here for like a breakfast nook type thing. And then over here, we're gonna have a walk through to the other room. So that being said, that's one of the honeydew projects. But that, I told her, isn't going to happen for about a year. We've got some overstorage. The house we moved from, it was actually smaller than this house. But yet we still don't have room for stuff that we have. All this storage over here. I have recently bought a storage shed from a local RV resort that they're converting into a club kind of thing. But anyhow, nonetheless, doesn't matter what they're doing, it matters what I'm doing. So this room out here, when we first bought the house about January, this room was actually 3/4 enclosed. This wall right here, there was no, basically it was just these 3, 1, 2, and 3 over here, studs or 4x6s, I think they were. Yeah, 4x6s. I had these windows for a different project that's out there, and decided I'm not going to use residential windows for a camper build. It's just not safe, and didn't like the way they looked for the camper build anyhow. So that's where I got those windows. We decided that we wanted to enclose this room, and y'all bear with me. This is my very first video of what I do. I'm not very good at videography, so I'm going to work on that. But this room, as you can see, it's not huge, but it's not small. It's the size of an average bedroom for a kid. We're enclosing it. We're going to make an office out of it. My wife's trying to get a job working from home, and we can go from there. We did move out to the country. We moved about 35 miles from where we lived in the big city, as they would call it. We lived in Fort Worth. We were 6 miles from downtown. So it's a little different being out here. And the gas prices aren't changing. So we decided, hey, you need to get a job working from home. She's working on that right now. I've got a job that has me all over the DFW Metroplex, and then about 3 or 4 times a month, they've got me going to the outer lying areas of the North Texas area. Sometimes I'll be in Texarkana. I may have to go to Lubbock sometime, Abilene, go south to Waco. So I've got a big area that I work in. But this room, going back to it, is this wall was not here. We did put this wall up. My father and I say we. My father has a lot of carpentry skills. He used to work in construction, but he was on the sales side. But he knows what he's doing. So we did this wall. I bought this door at a Habitat for Humanity, paid $45 for it, can't beat that. So me and my wife hung that door about a week ago, and it's worked out great because we don't have to worry about this sliding glass door and the fact that it never actually locked. We always had to keep putting a piece of wood down there. Anyhow, so that's this room. That's project number 1. What we're working on today, if we get to it, it's supposed to hit 94 degrees today. As you can see, there's no ventilation in this room whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to get the insulation up on this wall right here. This wall over here, we're not gonna do anything yet. We're gonna actually have a step down, like a bench, this whole length. A wall here, kind of like a sitting bench that it's gonna have, it'll open up. We can put stuff inside of it. My ultimate goal is those right there, may go into there. Originally I had bought a shed to put all that storage stuff in, you know, holiday decorations and whatnot. But my brain keeps saying we're not doing that, and I haven't forced the note from my brain to my mouth yet to explain that one to the wife. I don't want to get punched. Anyhow, that's what we're doing in here. So that's where we're at for today, insulating these 2 walls. We do have this little AC unit right here. That AC unit is going to be playing dual role. We're going to have to cut a hole out down here on the wall for the ventilation on that. I ran that one day just to see how much it would cool if we could just leave it not vented. Some people said you could get away with not venting it. That's not happening. I ran that for about 2 hours one day in here, and I came out and it was about 95 degrees in here, so that's not happening at all. Anyways, there's the tube. It's inside of the house, so I got to cut a hole there, and then we're going to cover that wall. I actually have to go down to the big box store, as we say on YouTube, and get some, I'm probably going to do drywall on that wall. This wall, we may do OSB. It's cheaper. It's just cheaper. It's actually stronger, obviously. But right now, with the way materials are, sometimes you got to think outside of the box. Anyways, we're going to go out here, show you project number 2. All right, so I had a friend of mine. He became a friend, an electrician that lives here in the town we live in, and he came out, ran some power off of my breaker inside of the house. We ran it here. I've got a trench dug because we're going to be putting a little water trough drain through here as well. So he's got it in PVC all the way down and then under the house. This trough right here was an effort, failed, I guess you could say. We had a real bad storm one day. No gutters on this house, and it slopes back. So there's project number 3, putting some gutters up there. I priced it out at the orange store, and it's gonna be about $250. Not a big deal. So we'll get that situated. Poured this big old slab of concrete following a YouTube tutorial on a dry pour. Theirs came out smooth as ice. Mine, well, it didn't. Anyways, it's still there. We started digging this out, and I got about 3 inches down, and there was a ton of bricks. I mean, there was a layer of bricks. So I pulled the layer up, and below that was another layer of bricks. And I was like, dude, are you serious right now? We're already 8 inches down, and I don't need to pour that much concrete. So I got some of the brick right here. Believe it or not, you can see right here, this one's buried still. There's still brick over here, and I don't know how far it goes. This window was here. Single pane, I don't like it. So we're getting rid of that one. This window was gonna go right here. It broke, so we're not putting it in. Not a big deal. I paid $100 for all 4 of those windows, so I'm not really hurt. This shed right here, I bought it from that RV resort turned party resort. My electrician hooked me up came out here, gave me a good price on doing the electrical, so we did. Let me get some power in here. I got these lights on Marketplace. I got, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these lights. This is one light, and then there's one on the other side. I paid 20 bucks. Some guy grabbed them out of a Walgreens that was getting revamped, so I gave him 20 bucks for this, for the whole lot of them. Anyways, those doors are for project 1.2. We're getting rid of that sliding glass door. Those are going to be barn style doors. I'm stripping those down, painting them white. We're going to leave the glass. I may frost the glass, so a little bit of privacy for the office. The building that we're in, it's 12 by 16. I paid $600 for this building, but I had to go get it out of that RV resort. I rented a trailer. That's what I have to do. My 3 trailers that I own currently wouldn't have done it. The trailer I rented had a winch on it, and it was a full tilt deck all the way to the ground. And basically we just pulled this sucker right up on there, strapped it down, got it here to my house. I backed it up as far as I could. The rest of it I did with my truck. I've got a winch on my truck, 12,000 pound winch. I got an F-250 diesel, and got it squared up, leveled up, and I don't know what the previous owner did inside of this building. I don't know if this was like a maintenance or building or what, but he had all these shelves. Can't stand these shelves. They gotta go. So these are coming out today. As you can see, obviously we got electrical put in. So the shelves are coming out. I have to go to the orange store and buy, I'm just going to do OSB in here. I want the ability to be able to screw something to the wall and not have to be like, where's my stud? Anyways, so there's that. Orange store today is probably not going to happen. I might have to go there tomorrow. Yeah. So electrical comes in right here. We got a little J box right there. One circuit goes this way on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 switches, 7 outlets, I'm sorry. And then a constant hot for the lights that are going to be outside. They're going to be Wi-Fi lights. They're going to come on at dusk, go off at dawn. And that's how we're doing that. Just realized one of my lights is not lit up. That's probably, those are LED lights. I probably have it flipped backwards. Matter of fact, I know I do, because there's a label on that one, and the label for that one is on that end, so I just need to flip that around. Anyway, moving on. The insulation I got from my electrician buddy. He grabbed some from a work site. These guys were loading it into a truck. He said, hey, how much do you want for this? And they said, buy me 2 cases of Modelo, because that is currency on a construction site. So he came to me, and since he and I are not on a construction site, currency exchange was cash money. I paid an extra $100 for all this insulation. This is, what is this? This is R19, I believe. Yes, R19. So we're going to use it up there. We're going to fill in all these walls. Hopefully it's enough to go around. And the ceiling. And then that little bit in the patio room. So that's what I got for today. That's literally my schedule for today, is to get all this insulation put in here and that other room. That's where we're at. Project 2.2, which is going to be not today. We're going to put an awning over this. I'm basically going to make this building look like an old time saloon from the late 1800s. And I'm gonna have a walkway over here. That room over there is my wood shed. We're gonna do all our carpentry work in there. That's where we're gonna do all that work. If that saw is in there, obviously, I got another shop on the other side of my property that has a ton of other woodworking tools that I need to get moved up here once this is all insulated and the walls put up. Project number 3, which is actually not number 3. It was from way before. I started this about 2 years ago and got put on hold because the city I used to live in would not let me work on this. It is ugly. It is very ugly right now. I bought the box. I got it from a salvage yard that a friend of mine runs in Grand Prairie, Texas. I paid him $500 for that box. The only thing that was wrong with the box when I bought it, there was a hole in the roof, which I already patched it up. Not a big deal. And obviously this. So, got it, put it on my trailer here. This is what's called a crawler hauler. This area back here, which is got old shower stuff, and some windows over here, a door. This is where my Jeep goes. So when we go camping, I can bring the Jeep, I can bring the whole party. This is where, on the other side, there's a little love seat, powered love seat there. And then up there, king size bed. You're like probably looking at this going, what do you mean there's a love seat in there, dude? There's no love seat. Yeah, there is one on the other side of the wall. This area right here is going to be for propane bottles. I was thinking I was going to do a mini split. That's still on the shelf of possibility. So I might do propane over here, mini split over here. Don't know. Let's see if I can get this door open. Give me 1 minute. Let me get up here. I'm leaving this handle on here. I didn't realize that I hadn't taken that handle off. Not that handle. That handle. Anyways, let's see. So that's the inside here. Yeah, that couch, we'll go over there. I need to close that whole area, and as you see, the bed's already up there because when we moved, our other room was not big enough for a king-size bed. So we moved it into here right away. We knew we wanted to do a king-size bed in here, and that's what we are doing. I just realized we got a little ant situation in here, and I need to rectify that and find out where and how they're getting in. Oh yeah, that was some other damage. It took a little hit up there. I got it kind of temporarily closed in, but apparently these ants have found their way through. Need to figure that out. So there's that. Daylight. What's that about? Oh yeah, I gotta figure out how to cap those corners. Maybe that's where they're coming in, because there's one right there. Anyways, that's that. Long video, kind of an intro to my life and what I do. So we're gonna go for a little walk and show you the other project. Sorry, this stupid thing's being a pain. There we go. And another thing that I did was when we first moved in. I mean, this was like week number 1. I ordered these guys, 320-foot shipping containers, and I put them here. I got, you know, what is it, 480 square foot of shop. I never had that before, so this is a treat for me. The garage door, that's a project I've already completed it, but I'm gonna have to go over it because many places on YouTube were like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. I'm here to tell you you can. My truck's unlocked. It's not. Anyways, that garage door, it's a Wi-Fi garage door. It opens under power, does not bind. It is nice and quiet. And I paid, let's see, I got the garage door for $150. I bought the actual door opener for another $150 from another person on Facebook Marketplace. And I installed it myself, did all the cutout and everything. As you can see, there's some 2x12 up there. We're getting ready to finish the outside. I need to sand it on the outer edges so it'll accept new paint, get rid of the rust. That's that. Project, what is that? That's 3. This is project 4 right here. You can see I got a 5.3 motor right here. I was gonna put it in the Cadillac right here because the little 3.6, it's good, but it ain't that. But I think I put that on the back burner. I bought a whole new timing kit for this. We're just gonna do the timing kit on that, and that's it for that guy. and I want to find something really cool to put that 5.3 in. Something small, real good power to weight numbers on there. I want to find something honestly small like a Miata, but not as boring, I guess, as a Miata. I want to find something old and cool and maybe fiberglass. So there's that. This is where we live. Found this house on Redfin, and I was on the phone, literally I was on the phone with my realtor, looking at houses. We were just chit-chatting back and forth, telling her what I was looking for, and I clicked on this one. I was like, what's the deal here? And she said, I don't know, it's been on the market 45 days. What's going on? I said, I want to go look at it today. So we did. And then we found out why it's been on the market for so long. The next door neighbor over here is a total jackass. You will see in future videos, this guy is just an unreasonable and unimaginable jackass. His personality, the first day we came out and looked at it, he was working on a truck in the backyard. No big deal, I work on trucks too. He was working on a tow truck that has the same motor as mine over here. And I introduced myself. I said, hey, nice to meet you. We're looking to buy the house over here. Before I even finished my sentence, he goes, I don't like to be bothered. You ain't gonna bother me, are you? I said, nope. Not here to bother you, just a neighbor. And that was the last time I felt like I needed to be cordial with him. The guy constantly plays music loud. We've called the sheriff out here at least 25 times. He's been cited for disorderly conduct. They're working on harassment charges now because he goes out there and he turns his air compressor on, which I think he blew the motor on it yesterday because he ran it dry. He literally left a valve open and turned the compressor on and let it run for 2 hours. He turns a pressure washer on and just leaves it running. He's got a stereo back over here. He just turns on and leaves it running. He's got a tow truck over here with air horns. He likes to just hit the horns, let them go crazy. And it's pretty obnoxious. So that's why the house was on the market for so long. I said, no. I can out-jerk this guy. I can be a bigger jerk, but so far I've let the sheriff deal with most of his issues. We're working on getting a fence. The fence is $10,000. $10,000. I tried to get that in the closing and they were not having it. And so that's that. The fire pit, remember the bricks that were out there by the back door? Those came from there. So there was all those and more that were underneath the dirt, about 4 inches. So I decided to build this. It's not mortared in there. I need to mortar it and level it. Obviously, it looks a little lopsided, but that's that's the house. So we got project 1, project 2, project. Nah, that's work fan. That's a project I do every day. So that's out of it. Project 3, project 4. I can't open that garage door right now because it's under a pin code, and I don't feel like telling the whole world my pin code on Facebook, on YouTube. So we're gonna pause. Okay, I'm go ahead and record still a little bit, but then I'll just pause it when I put my code in. Back through the house. See, still unpacking. Anyways, I'm gonna walk through here and unlock my door. Alexa, open garage door.
What's your voice code for garage door? Opening. Hang on.
All right, so there's that. And that garage door's freaking opening. I love that. I'm sorry. Little things just really do it for me. Garage door's opening. My dog over there. Say hi to Shelby. Shelby, hi. Hi, Shelby. What are you doing? Anyways, yeah, that's Shelby. She's kind of dumb. Hey, thanks, Alexa. We're going out the front door. All right, all right. Hey, meet project number 8 or 9 or 12 or I don't know. I want to do a wide tire setup on the back here, but I love that bike. Anyways, like I said, we moved in a couple months ago, so some of the stuff in here was stored for the house. So, get some lights going here. My electrician buddy, he did all the power in here. So yeah, I mean, check it out. There's still a lot of work. Yes, I've got to trim. As you can see, there's daylight down there. I gotta trim all this edge off right here, and then I'm gonna redeck it. Or actually, I'm laying deck over this so it'll fit flush. My makeshift pallet workbench. It was supposed to only last a year, and we're on year 9 now, and it's really sturdy. It's ridiculously sturdy. Air conditioners, they are not permanent in here. I don't know if I'm going to air condition this shop. Sandblasting cabinet. I got my airline to this Husky. That's kind of a piece of crap. I do not recommend that, but again, I work in the compressor world. So that may be awesome for most people, but not for what I want. Got the electrical right here. I've got 200 amps coming in, 200 amp service. This runs on 240. This runs 240. Plasma cutter 240. Everything else is 120. Like I said, those are the lights we got from that guy with the Walgreens deal. My Wi-Fi reach is out here. That's probably one of the happiest things that I have going on in here, because what I'm going to end up doing in here, just for fun, just because I can, I'm going to turn this into like a drive-through, or excuse me, a drive-in movie theater. We're going to have speakers on the back, just because I can, literally. We're going to put a projector up here, and then I'm going to have a screen that I'll just put up. Not a big deal, just some kind of flat screen to hang. And we'll be able to pull the car in here, crank the air conditioner. I'll have the exhaust going outside so we don't die from carbon monoxide poisoning. But yeah, come out here, watch some movies. Extremely loud because my neighbor next door, he's already made it quite apparent that he doesn't mind loud noise. But anyway, that's a maybe. I'd like to do it. That's a maybe though. So we actually have, going back to why we have internet out here. Yes, we do. So I can do like Fire Stick up there. As you can see, that's my friend. Her name's Alexa. Good morning.
Good morning. Here's a fun Spider-Man fact. Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man from Earth 1610, has lots of different spider powers, including invisibility and a venom strike, where he can electrocute enemies.
Alexa, cancel. Cool story.
Canceling.
Anyways, so this is another thing. You can't do that. It's never going to work. It won't work. You won't be able to have all the functions of a full garage door opener and everything in a storage container. That's a garage door opener in a storage container. Nice and quiet. It closes just fine. Their biggest thing was like, oh, you can't fit a spring up there. You're never going to fit a spring. That's a spring up there. We did, okay, not going to lie. There was some modification up in these corners right here. Let me zoom. All that bracketry, I really had to modify to get it in there. But I got it. As you can see, there's the box. Some guy bought an overstock or surplus of stuff, and that was in it. So the only thing that it does that I don't like, but I'll get over it, is you can see it actually just barely rubs on the garage door itself. Not a big deal, I don't care. I'm gonna paint the garage door, and I'm painting it and probably putting like a velvet strip across that so it just rubs with no problems. So that's the garage. That is my shop. I know this is a long video. I hope you stayed with me the whole time. Kind of get an intro to what I do out here. And yeah. Don't hesitate. Got questions? Put it in the comments. If you're wondering about how I did things, definitely put it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer everything. Again, this is my very first video starting this channel. You'll see a bunch of videos from the past that I do a lot of off-roading. I do bike rides. We do fundraising events for the motorcycle groups. Sometimes we do fundraising events for the Jeeps. And sometimes we just like to chill out and have fun. Have some drinky parties out here. That way we're here. We don't have to go anywhere. So that's that. I know that was jarring, huh? And that's pretty neat. What the hell's that? It's like a portal to another world? No, that's a commercial grade door. The outside of the door is on the other side of the building right here. I've got to sandblast it and repaint it and then hang it. And then once I get it hung, that's getting cut out that way from the other side. If I don't want to open this garage door, say it's wintertime and I don't want to let the heat out, or if I actually do get air conditioning in here, I don't want to let the cold air out, I can just walk through that door and I don't have to open the big garage door. The only drawback that I have with this shop being my auto shop, where I work on cars, is not much clearance. I cannot put a lift in here. And that kind of broke my heart, but hey, I have a 480 square foot shop that cost me $7,000. Put some electricity in here for about $1,000. Got all my equipment in there, and I have future plans. So this area here where my truck is, we're going up right here. We're going up 4 feet and then down so I can have a pitch, get the rain off, not anything coming in. And then from that 4 foot pitch, that 4 foot peak right here, we're going up another 4 feet and coming back this way. So I will have 16 feet over on this side. I might even go a little higher than 16, maybe all the way up to 20 footer. And it's going over to this side, and that way I'll have a 2 deep, single wide bay where I will put my lift. That's in the future. That's about another 40 grand. No, not that much, but it feels like it. Concrete's expensive these days. I need to do at least a 6-inch. I'm going 10-inch slab. I have a very large truck that needs a 12K lift so I can work on it. Yeah. So the lift's gonna go right here. That tree's gotta go. I gotta figure that out because that's not a tree I'm willing to cut down myself. That one needs to be cleaned up. And then those doors, those French doors that were in the storage shed, I had to go run and get those one day on emergency so that the guy didn't sell them. And everything that was in my little trailer is now out here. That's why it looks like this part of my yard looks like his whole house. Anyways, that's that. Y'all, I'm so sorry this is a long video. I'm just happy to start this endeavor of life, you know. People, one of my biggest pet peeves, and I'm sure a lot of people have this pet peeve, is you can't do that. You can't do that. And you're like, no, it's got to be able to be done. I know it can be done. I'm here to show at least a small percentage of what can be done. That's what I got. So shoot me a line in the comments, any questions or whatever. That plasma cutter, I get to put it to use today. I'm happy. These are the ramps that used to be on that trailer, because believe it or not, I used to have a pop-up camper up top right here that would go up these ramps, and I'd strap it down. And I made 3 trips with that stupid setup before I realized I'm going to kill somebody. So got rid of the pop-up, built that. These ramps are going here for now temporarily so I can get Caddy in there and start working on that. Alexa, whoop, stand by. We're gonna turn the lights off. I need to get a Wi-Fi for the lights.
Okay.
Alexa, close garage door.
Closing. Hang on.
She gives me a warning. Check this out. You know how most garages? Oh my gosh, if I step in here. No, we moved the sensors. There's another project right there. The guy I got this from, he had the wrong deck hardware on there, so we're redoing the hardware on that to make a correct cut. But as you can see, I don't have any grass. That's all the grass I have right there. So I don't need that riding mower. We may just take the deck off and I'll have a little property tractor. But that's it. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. And let me know what you guys want to see. Obviously, I'm limited to what I got here for the things that I can do. If you have any tips, please, gosh, I'm not a carpenter. I'm not a professional welder. I'm not much of a much. We're gonna see what I can do as a YouTuber, who knows. But if you've got some advice as far as doing the walls on the inside over here, doing some electrical stuff. I do have an electrician friend, so he's kind of doing the electrical, but if you have any other advice, please don't hesitate. I take criticism like that very well. I learn from them. I'm the youngest of 3 kids. I learned from my brother's mistakes, so I didn't make them myself. I'm not above constructive criticism. Y'all have a great day. Let me know how things go.